Or the day I die, I'ma touch the sky.
All right, people, here we go.
Gotta test it.
We're gonna talk about a few things right now. Like this whole, all right, stay home, coronavirus. You know, that would be all well and good, but everybody went in panic mode and at least went to the store and got one thing unusual. I know I stocked up on some extra ginger. Instead of just getting a piece about that big for 2 weeks, I went and got a piece about that big for 2 weeks. Which every day, snap a piece off, bite into it, clears all this out. Because you can feel it's burning, kind of itches, you feel tingling back here in your ears. Now, ginger is good. It's one of those foods that come from the ground. Straight from the ground. And I think those ground foods block bacteria, they block, viruses and things of that nature because it's in the ground. Everything comes from the ground. And just the smell it has on it and the color it has to it. A lot of medicine looks that color. It's like that milky white color. But get back to people going to the stores. People went to the store and bought so much extra stuff. Okay, maybe it's tax season. Maybe they got the tax returns back early, or had got the tax returns back already. Went to the store, just flood the market. Sales were up 3,000% from the normal end of winter going into spring. 3,000%. Now, usually January, February, March, people don't buy really anything because the holidays just passed. So the money went right back into the economy, but the stock market crashed. The stock market crashed. Okay, stock market crashed. The money wasn't going where it usually goes. It was going other places. But everybody went to these stores and started touching on those little keypads, those little kiosks at the end where you pay, you debit to pay, credit to pay. Everybody touched that. Now, once you touch that, disinfected your hands, soap and water. Maybe you went straight home, but you definitely got in the car. Did you come back out, clean your steering wheel? Because everybody in the store at least has their debit card, that tap to pay. You put your debit card away. Not hand to hand, but surface to hand. Okay, so maybe we avoided that a little bit. Something. But this virus is airborne. So it's in the air. Somebody sneezes, somebody coughs, it's in the air. Watched the interview. I don't remember the doctor's name, but he was one of the first doctors in China, in Wuhan, China, that was treating people with symptoms with the virus, coronavirus. He said we had on masks and we had on gloves, and he still contracted it. He said, meaning it's airborne and it came in through the eye, because the eyes weren't protected. Put goggles on. I'm not saying run out and buy goggles, but stay home. Stay home. You can get food delivered after, this next 2-3 weeks, a month, if we're still quarantined. Get that delivery service. I think Walmart has it. BJ's might have it. Get your food delivered to you. Or just straight up wear gloves. Even when you go to the kiosk, get your shopping cart, disinfect it with some alcohol. Don't use baby wipes. Use what am I looking for? Disinfecting wipes, like bleach wipes. Spray it with some Lysol, and also let that chemical do what it's supposed to do. Let it sit on there. Let it get its kill time. I think kill time is anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. Spray it on there. Hang out a little bit. It's gonna be wet. Wipe it off. Hopefully that 0.01% of what it didn't kill gets it's wiped off, wipe it dry. But everybody went to these stores within the last month. Within the last month, you had to have gone to some kind of store, unless you're just a hermit and you already stocked up back in August, September. Because this thing been going around. It's been going around since before. Oh, China found out and they had to tell the rest of the world they had a problem on December 31st. It's been going around. So I got sick. I'm here in America. I got sick. It was between Christmas and New Year's 2019, and I was sick. I wasn't deathly ill, but I have a good immune system. I'm healthy. I was sick, and I felt sick for a complete 10 days. Complete 10 days I felt sick for. So this thing's been going around for a while. You see these pandemics last 3 months. About 3 months is where you find out you have a problem. Maybe 2 months. The numbers have started to go down now, but all these bacteria, viruses, germs, you know, not all of them, but I'd say a huge percentage of them are already known about, already classified, categorized, they're out there. It's just how many people get it. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. Washing your hands, keeping your hand out of your face, clean your cell phone off. For every time you wash your hands, if you touch your phone again in between there, clean your phone off, all right? Hit your phone with some Lysol. Hit your phone with a disinfectant wipe. Hit it with straight up alcohol. If you don't have that, use mouthwash. All right? Put a good case on it. Put a waterproof case on it so it doesn't get in all those little crevices. I noticed the waterproof cases, they don't have as many crevices. They got one, you know, little crevice for your charging port. Maybe the volume buttons might have a tiny crevice from the outside, so pretty much nothing gets in. It's not airtight, but at least it's watertight. So keep these things up off of us. But this isn't going to be the last one. It's not the first one. You know what? People are going to get sick. You're going to get the flu. You're going to get something, you know, flu-like symptoms, but it's worse than the flu. Now, I don't know how long we're going to be quarantined for. Pretty much all the gyms are closed. My gym is 24/7. It's closed. I'll check on it again in about a week and a half. I think they closed it. I went Sunday, so they must have closed it on Monday. It's closed. It's just, you know, things we got to deal with now. The buffets are closed. Restaurants are takeout only. 7-Eleven's still open. And out here in the tri-state area, there's a 7-Eleven. By me, there's like 5 7-Elevens that I can walk to. Within 20 minutes, I can walk there. Probably walk to 4 of them within 20 minutes. I mean, down the block, down the block, down the block from one another. Not spread out at all. Stores like that aren't closed. So, you know, what do you really expect people to do? And then this whole stimulus package with the, we're going to give you $1,000 due to the coronavirus. We're going to give these people $1,000 to do what with? To pay their rent? Nassau County? Suffolk County? New York? 5 boroughs? Where I live, rent's more than $1,000. So if you're gonna pay your rent with that $1,000, they might as well just say, you know what? For the next 3-4 months, foreseeable future, we're going to suspend mortgages, suspend rent, or send in your lease. Send your lease to us. Show us how much you pay monthly for rent, and we'll cover that amount for you, because that $1,000 isn't going to do it. It's just not going to do it. Pay rent, maybe rent in other places. I know other states, you know, down south, Maryland, Virginia, rent might be $600, $800, $900, maybe $1,000, but where I live, rent is not $1,000. double that, then in some cases maybe triple it. $1,000 is really not going to do too much. And then what about the bills? What about the increased electricity? Because now people are home. What are they doing? Cooking more, watching more TV, listening to the radio. They're using more